Hello, everyone. Namaste. Welcome to Deb Sheppard, all platforms live right now. So it's just not one platform. We have several, which I'm so excited about. Just like, where am I supposed to look? What am I supposed to be doing? Sorry, we missed you last week, didn't we? But we're back and ready to go. So we're going to talk about a few things, and of course, talk about a subject as well as do some reading. So couple of things. Do some shout outs. Where are you from? First time? Are you a regular follower? All those kind of good things. Also know that there are some scammers out there pretending to be me, and I am irreplaceable. So if you get anyone sending you information about, a discounted reading, those type of things, know that they're scammers. Please call our office if you're not 100% sure. Please do not even, invite that into your life. We've really tried hard to get them out of that, but they seem to keep sneaking in, those little sneaky people.
Yes. We will never private message you.
Yeah. So
Hi.
Yeah, there's Dana.
Dana here.
She makes sure everything works, but I'm actually up on time. The other thing is that we will put a few people on for live, and other readings we will do just like we are doing right now. So if you feel like you're, in that place where you want to be calm, sit still, make sure that, you look kind of decent to be on screen, and give us some information, and we'll try to invite you in. And,
so what we need is the first name of the loved one that you want to connect with and their relationship to you, because we are going to randomly pick a few people to bring on live with Deb here shortly.
I'm sorry, would you rather see that or something else?
Oh my gosh. You are authentic, that's for sure. So just to get that going, we always like to, we'll do a few shout outs here in a minute, but we always like to just put it out there. Go ahead and put in the name of your loved one that you want to connect with and their relationship to you. So my dad, Mike, which somebody just typed in. So Elizabeth is behind the scenes. She's our producer, and she randomly chooses who's going to receive the reading. We'll announce that, so you can shoot an email over to her as soon as she gives me that information, and then that way she can send you the link so we can bring you on live. I know that's a lot of information.
And I have the simple job.
So we were in Monterey, California last week.
Yes, we were, and we went to Big Sur to see the big, they're redwoods, but they're considered cypress trees, right? And we learned that the fog helps them, that's where they get a lot of their water to grow. And these trees are, 2,500 years old? Is that right, Dana?
Yeah, some are up to 3,000 years old.
But it was just before I was there as a kid. Dana had not gone, but we went in there and walked around. It was just really breathtaking. And, we were sitting there really wanting to see the ocean. But then when I found out about the fog, I was really embracing the fog. But we really had a good time. We went to
Center for Spiritual Awakening.
Great group. We had so much fun. It was recorded. I made some good jokes, I heard. Not all bad jokes, but it was a lot of fun. Great people. You and I just feel so natural there. I mean, the community, they love animals. Dogs are everywhere. They're just everything is just like a melting pot, and people are just so kind. Even City Hall and the different, federal buildings had the California flag, the U.S. flag, and the gay pride flag, which I thought was just amazing. And I lost my phone. We were walking on the beach. There was a bench. We sat down, and I heard something, but as a psychic, I wasn't really paying attention. And all of a sudden, I realized I didn't have my phone, and so we walked back our tracks, and there was 4 people sitting there. And now my credit card and my driver's license is on the back of the phone, so anyone could have taken that and had a heyday. But 4 people were trying to find me, and we walked up, and they were so excited. I took their picture, put them on my Facebook. We should put it on the other Facebook too.
Yeah, really they were very sweet.
Yeah, but we had a lot of fun. We're back. We got back really late. There was some trouble, but we're here.
Here you are.
Here we are.
I had just a funny story from there.
Sure.
Because I'm never in front of the camera, very rarely am I, because I'm managing all the stuff behind. And a couple of people came up to me. Oh my gosh, I listened to your podcast. You're her.
You're her.
And a couple of people, oh my God, you're pretty. Like it was a surprise. I mean, I appreciate the comment, but I just thought that was funny.
I like ugly women.
It was funny.
It was funny. And it's good to see Dana. I was like, they're like, like, how did I get her? Really?
Oh my gosh. No.
So today I decided to pull a card, an animal card. Everyone loves animals, right? And I pulled the frog, which is really interesting because most people, when you look at reptiles and bugs, you're like, ugh, like, I don't want that to be my animal. I don't want that to be a totem. And when Dave and I were in California, or whenever we travel, we really pay attention to the wildlife because to us, that's really a big deal. Matter of fact, when we were out there, a man was bit by probably one of the largest, they said,
great white shark.
Great white sharks, yeah.
Where we hang out.
Lovers Point. Even though we weren't at Lovers Point, we were right there watching Lovers Point. But the frog is really great. This is summer, and this is what Dana and I probably need to do. We actually talked about it on our trip, is getting rid of stuff because we like to buy stuff and, when we travel, things like that. And part of it is getting rid of things you don't need and things that don't serve you anymore.
Does that mean I have to take it back?
No,
I'm kidding.
Absolutely not. That was what I do too. But part of that is also not just the clutter in your house, but maybe the clutter of your thoughts, maybe your negativity. Perhaps there's people in your life or things in your life that are really weighing you down. You may want to really think about how to shift that energy so that you're not taking all that on, because everything has energy and everything is difficult and it can be challenging. Like Dana and I were at the airport coming back, and the airport's not big like DIA. It's a small little airport in San Jose that we were in. But they put everybody at the very last 3 gates, and it was so packed, and there was no air. And of course, everyone's still worried about COVID, and you could just feel it all. And so the biggest thing I wanted to do was go back and sit down against a wall. And part of that is understanding energy that we can get overwhelmed. So the frog to me is really representing what things, no longer serve you. It's also about good luck. It's about a cleansing. And that cleansing can be mind, body, spirit. It can be maybe looking at even your bills and things that you need to do. Maybe you want to refocus on those types of things. So, I think it's important not to judge the totems that show up in our lives and just look at it, pick it up, read it. Matter of fact, when Jane and I were at the really nice place that we were staying, some friends own, Airbnb, is that what it's called?
Airbnb.
I never remember the names. Okay, so.
Because you don't handle that.
I don't handle that stuff. Like, just where am I supposed to be sleeping? There was a slug on the steps about this big. And I Googled it and the spiritual meaning of it, and it was like, there's a new path ahead of you. Take it slowly. No rush. Well, what ended up happening that night is there was so many delays for our plane and everything. It was like, take a deep breath. Don't rush it. Don't push it. And so we do get that information way ahead of time that the universe is trying to speak to us. So even though we look at that and go, ooh, this is disgusting or whatever, except with our granddaughter. Our granddaughter loves bugs and she doesn't want you to kill one or hurt one. But again, these are messengers that come to us from spirit. So if you're trying to hear your guides, you're trying to hear what you need to learn and pay attention, even look at the bugs. And so this is the summertime. People are out and about, they're hiking, they're walking, they're bicycling, they're eating outdoors. Look and pay attention and Google the spiritual meaning, because you never know what message is coming to you that you really needed to hear. It's better than getting a fortune cookie.
Seriously.
Because that's really random.
Yeah. Okay, so real fast, Elizabeth has texted me, and she's chosen Marie to receive a live reading. Marie, who wants to connect with her dad, Joe. So Marie, send an email to elizabeth@debsheppard.com. I'm putting it in the comments so you know for sure how to spell it. And just send her a quick email and she'll get you connected with Deb. And then a second one, Barb, who wants to connect with her son, Will. Please email elizabeth@debsheppard.com really fast. Deb is going to do several readings, so just because your name wasn't announced right this moment doesn't mean that you won't receive a reading. So those are just the two people that right now we're bringing on live. And let me know when you're ready. And I know you're chatting. So,
well, does anyone have any shout outs about where they're from, or is there anyone that, likes the frog or saw a slug? Loves Monterey?
Yeah, actually on Instagram. Well, her name is National Park Pride. I saw a butterfly today, which I think my grandma sends me. So a lot of people do equate messengers from, and she's from Denver.
Is the
slug.
I can name a few.
Madeline says shout outs to Denver, Colorado. Yay. And yes, Denver, who the Avs, our Avs
we
won.
Watched the Avs.
Yes.
We won't say the name of the restaurant, but it wasn't very tasty. It's a chain, and it's all we could find.
We were traveling.
It was close.
And let's see here. We have
and our friend Carrie Egan is doing the parade on Thursday.
Yes, she is.
Our good friend Carrie. So
she does all the celebration parades.
So we're really excited.
Hopefully we have a Bronco one in the future too.
Yes, that would be great.
Then we'd have all three.
Yes.
So that would be awesome. Yeah.
Okay. So we have some shout outs.
Yeah, Dawn, our friend Dawn, she's up in Vancouver, Washington right now, stuck with COVID. So everybody send her healing.
Yes.
Lots of love and lots of healing. She's one of Deb's solution students. So,
yes.
We've got lots of people from Denver. Let's see, Jackie 522. Hello.
Well,
all on Instagram.
They don't have they have handles like they used to do.
Yep, they have a handle. Instagram handle. So if you're on Instagram, we would also love it if you would type your name in if you want a reading. Just give us your first name, the first name of your loved one, and how they're connected.
If it's a child, I'd like to know the age because it just helps me in this. When you do a private hour, I don't ask that information or in a large group. We had so much fun at the Center for Spirituality in Pacific Grove. We were laughing. My cheeks were hurting.
It was so fun.
It was fun.
So we have, we could talk more about Pacific Grove, where I actually just released tickets for September because we're going back in September.
We're teaching then, right?
And you're doing a weekend workshop. Yeah.
So if you're anywhere in that area or you want to go see that or you want to fly in, it is awesome.
Beautiful.
I love it there. Mm-hmm. If we could afford a house there. We saw one on the beach that was probably as big as this room, which is probably
600. No, this isn't even. This is 100 square feet.
Yeah, so probably a couple of these rooms. Shack. I mean, I didn't even know how it was standing, and so I looked it up. It was over $1 million. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. So on Instagram, we have Cindy who wants to connect with her cousin Carrie.
Female.
I am assuming by the way it's spelled. Yes.
Okay. First of all, I don't feel like Carrie's been gone very long. It's funny because we have 6 Carries at least in our life, and all of them spell their name differently. How did you spell it?
Carrie.
Rrie. Okay, yeah. So that's how it's spelled. First thing I get is obviously way too young. My body is hurting. She's a little bit quiet coming through, so I'm trying to get more energy. But I feel like she was really well liked. I'm getting a good person, full of love, full of heart. She's not telling me how she passed. The first thing I got was maybe, unexpected, but my body's hurting, so I'm a little bit confused there. And I feel as well as she may have been more like a sister to you than a cousin. So like you have certain cousins that you're just really close to that are, they line up with your life. You just spent a lot of, time with them. And she's also saying there's some confusion in the family or some confusion about her passing or a lot of questions is what I'm feeling. She's also bringing through, I feel like this is a cat, and it could be her cat or someone in the family to validate this too. And there's a sense of I know some are like someone traveling or there was a traveling involved or something about not in the same location. This feels really distorted. It's not my typical boom, 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 boom kind of reading. So Cindy, if this makes any sense at all, please let me know, or if there's a specific question for Carrie. She is okay. She is there with an older male figure. So I'm assuming this may be a father or an uncle, if that's how she's connected with you. But I'm getting this older male is with her too. So she's bringing through I'm assuming this is a cat, and I'm also getting an older male. So see, let me know if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking through the comments and it says Carrie is male, but it was spelled Carrie. So we weren't sure. Maybe that's the confusion.
Maybe that's it, because that Carrie would be a female. And that's probably why I said I've got how many Carries in her life that are all spelled differently, right?
Yeah.
So Cindy, if you can give me some more details or a specific question, I would love to answer that for you.
So somebody with the handle MKRAJB, don't know what that stands for, but it says you're so expensive. But anyone who's had a reading with you knows how much you're worth it. Just have to say that. I just have to point that out.
Let me just share this a little bit. I understand that. There's a couple of things to back this up. A couple of years ago, I was very, very sick, more than once, and actually got sepsis and was close to not being here. And so we really reevaluated a lot of our business so that I could still work and take care of my health and make sure, I could still be here to do this. At the same time, I'm booked out very far, so maybe time to save money, things like that. I'm also not the only one out there to do this work, but I've been told by multiple people that
you're the best.
3 years of therapy, and if that's worth it, or maybe someone can help pay for part of it as a gift for you. So,
yep, just wanted to share that anybody who's had a reading with you knows how worth it is. So, okay, so we have Roomba knocking on the door.
It's not a ghost.
Oh, they were saying when you were talking about houses on the beach that Monterey is so expensive.
Oh, got it. I'm like, okay, yeah. So I'm like, I'm sorry, let me explain.
We have an intuitive question while we do this. Nina Carbajal is asking. She says she's been struggling mentally lately and wanted to get some clarity or some insight. She says on her chakras, but I know you give lots of great insight on everything.
I really like I think it was yesterday that popped up that the new sexy or new really good thing is mental health, not the body. And I really believe that, we can have a great physical appearance, but it really is the mental health, which has been a platform that I've talked about for many, many years. And the depression, Nina, I get for you. I feel like it's a time in your life like there should be a crossroads, or you're looking at, where you should go. The other thing I get is that you take on a lot of other people's energy. So if you're a healer or a caregiver or an empath, I really feel like you suck up other people's energy. So when I was bringing through the frog earlier, it might be it's time to kind of release a lot of the other things. And the other thing I get too is making time for that fun and joy. I feel like you have this really lengthy to-do list, and I feel like you're tired to get it done. So it's like it does the reverse kind of energy where I need to get these things done, but I'm not feeling well. And so now I feel worse. So it's sort of putting in that fun and joy and give yourself permission. I know that's a big thing for me. And even talking about the prices in Monterey are high, or my fees, but really it was a wake-up call for me to say, take a back seat. Dana really pays attention to my schedule, how many medium readings, what am I doing, so that I can take care of myself. And I really feel like that is for you as well, Nina. And I also feel like it's about having your voice and saying probably no to people, or also just, I keep seeing it's important that you are heard, that you don't feel like you're being heard. And that might be a big avenue there. So that would be your throat chakra.
And she's saying exactly spot on what you're saying. And then many other people are saying that as well, that it sounds like you're talking about them.
Yes, it usually shows up
and that's why we never, the comment I brought up, and they're apologizing on
my price.
But it's okay. There was a reason. We just trust that there's a reason we brought that up, which it ended up being something that is relevant to what someone else is going through. So It's all good. And you don't have to apologize. We love you.
Yeah,
We love you. It's okay.
And I'd rather people
ask,
always says that I'm an open book. I will share everything with you. And I never imagined years ago that would be where I would be in my work and things like that. But it's also like with Nina and everyone else, it's understanding your worth and value. And I could do a lot more readings, but then what about my health? And
you would die.
I would not be able to manage it.
It's too much.
And older, your body changes, things like that.
And you still want to help people heal for a long time to come.
Yeah, and I want to be in this world for a long time with Dana.
Thank you.
You're really beautiful.
That was cute. I was like, really? Thank you. I mean, I'm not the one in the spotlight, so that was nice.
You don't need any makeup on. You're really good.
So Marie is on with us already.
Hi, Maria.
So I'm going to bring her,
Marie.
Okay. And I think it was her husband, Joe, right?
Her
dad, Joe.
Marie,
okay,
that's
so
my middle name.
Hang on, I'm going to bring her on. And then, okay, you are on. You're on with Deb.
Marie, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Good. My middle name is Marie.
It's everybody's middle name. It's nobody's first name.
Probably a certain generation. Well, the first thing I get with Joe, and I'm sorry about his passing, but was it you that has a little attitude or your dad?
Probably me.
Because I'm seeing someone's hand on their hip, just like, and I can't see a man doing that, so I was assuming he was talking about you.
Yeah, that's me. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, it's not a negative. It's just that you don't let people push you. You're pretty solid in who you are. And I feel like you've really worked hard to get there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's true.
And I feel like Joe was a supporter. Was he a supporter of you? Like he was one, like, be who you need to be?
When I was later in life, more or less. Or yeah, I would say so. I think bigger supporter. When I was a kid, not so much. Yeah, there was 6 kids. I don't think he had time to support. Right. But I think, later on it was like, yeah, he became a big cheerleader. I mean, I was in my 20s, 30s. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't feel like men always do that, especially with, with the daughter. It's like, this is your role you need to play. And I don't know how old you are, Marie, but there are certain generations that have that. But Joe also feels like family was important, even though, like you said, there was lots of children in there. I just feel like for him, it's taking care of your family, working hard, and being there as well. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
Okay, and he's bringing through, is it a larger dog, like the size of a lab or a shepherd? Is this yours?
No, that does not ring a bell.
Are you married?
I am married.
Would it be in the dog of his?
It could have been, but not a dog I would have ever met, I should say.
That's okay. It could be just something going on, or he's talking about your husband. Joe also feels like, I feel like even by the time I don't care how old he was, I feel like he still had young at heart. I still feel like this youthful piece, but he's telling me he just got so tired near the end of his life, he couldn't push it any further.
Agreed.
And he's just saying, like, I don't think he was the guy that liked doctors, which is very typical. He's still bringing through the dogs, so this is important for someone in your family to know. I'm just telling you that because he's brought it twice. And so there's some sort of meaning for it. It could be a sibling, or I keep getting around your husband or a male. He also feels like your dad feels like he was still very honored after his passing, like his service or the family, like he still talked about. He's also telling me, did someone not get closure in his passing? Or a few things didn't get said?
I think, well, actually, I had a few questions for him.
Okay, so maybe you didn't get the closure, you didn't get to talk about. So do you want to ask just at least one of the questions over here?
Actually, yeah, the question, I'm going to cry, but so my dad was very Catholic, and I was raised Catholic. So, and, I think it hurt him in his heart that my kids weren't baptized, and, I wasn't raising my kids as Catholic. And I kept thinking, when he passes, he's going to find out the truth. You don't have to be like, did he go, wow? Like, that's my question. Like, what did you do when you get there?
Yes. And so that's where the funny part comes in. And maybe that's the attitude. Like now, you said this to him and now he believes it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's really interesting. And what happens, I've had nuns and priests come through. So I think it's one of those things that when like people say, well, they didn't believe in this, will they come through? Well, of course they will. So I think the attitude I got in the beginning was definitely like, yeah, you were right.
Right, because I kept thinking, I want to hear him say that.
Okay. And I'm also getting a candle, which usually means to me a birthday or anniversary, some celebration just passed or is coming up.
Let's see, with him.
No, anyone in the family. Like if you have a child, you.
Oh yeah, I had a birthday, a kid's birthday Monday.
Oh, Monday. Okay, so this again is to validate what I said, that he's not judging your children anymore.
Oh, that's sweet.
And he says your children are good without being baptized.
I already knew that. He didn't.
And he says you don't have to keep the rosary.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it might be mom or somebody else. So is there a grandma's rosary?
Not that I think there's rosaries around here, but I don't hold them dear to my heart, I would say.
No. It's not that. It's almost like your dad has a sense of humor. Now I respect
sense of humor. Oh my God, he was crazy. Yes.
Okay. So to me, it's more of that kind of laughter. Since we're talking about this, like I believe malas and anything sacred. So even prayer beads, to me, those are sacred for people's faith. But I think your dad's coming through as the sense of humor.
Yes, Ben, I get it totally.
Okay.
You don't have to keep the rosary.
Yeah. Where are you, Marie?
What am I?
No,
Where
are you?
Oh, I'm in Denver. I'm in Westminster.
Good. All
cool.
Right. Yeah, sweet. Go Avs. Okay. So that makes more sense. A lot of times in these, I'm really fast and it's real quick, but you did great. Dana was shaking her head because I guess you were shaking your head.
Yep, I shake my head when you shake your head. She can't see you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There is a larger dog because he keeps bringing it through. So it's important that is your mother still living?
No, she's not.
Okay. So, yeah, you got to ask somebody because I keep getting that this is important.
And it's a big dog, you said, not a little.
Yes, not little, because when I get little, I get like I really see it little, but I'm getting like a lab, a shepherd, that size.
Okay.
Unless it's a tiny horse, but I don't think that's what it is.
No, we don't have a tiny horse either.
I want one.
So it doesn't mean it has to be attached to just someone around you.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks.
Can I ask you a quick question, Deb?
Yeah,
Did you used to hold like workshops in a clubhouse down south?
like in Parker area?
Yeah, like many years ago.
Yeah, and also in my basement.
Okay, I've met you before then.
I was much younger. Yeah.
I was too.
Yeah, I've been doing this for I was on Cozy 101, all those. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. That's interesting.
Cool.
You did a reading one time for me, a very quick one, and it was miraculous. So, and I appreciate getting called today. I really appreciate it.
That's really great. And you really participated well. So that really helps me and all this coming through. Yeah. So unless this dog is coming through for the next caller, because this dog is sitting here like breathing on me.
That's fun.
Yeah, so
at least you don't get the slobber.
Yeah, I don't get the slobber. So
thank you, Marie.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's very sweet.
Awesome. Well, let's jump to Instagram real quick. We're not forgetting about you guys on Insta. The reading we want to do is Kimberly wants to connect with her grandma Eileen. So hopefully Kimberly's still on. We do a few of these. We'll still do a couple more, but that's the next one.
So Kimberly's with Irene.
Kimberly and Eileen, her grandma Eileen, and she's on Instagram.
Hi, Kimberly. The first thing I get with Eileen is either big-hearted or big-chested or a combination. That's the first thing I'm getting here. I also feel like Eileen was definitely at this matriarch, but I'm also feeling she's got a little yin and yang going on. So part of this, I feel like, step up to the plate. This is what you need to do. A little bit of push, encouragement, stand in your power. And the other part of it is this nurturing person that could be there for the family. And I feel like I'm also getting there's possibly great grandkids for her, but I'm seeing that her family expanding. It feels like maybe her husband died quite a long time ago, or I feel like she was single for a long time before she passed over. And I'm getting a religious sense too, so I'm getting across. It doesn't have to be Christian, but that's sort of a belief system. Really strange here, but I'm seeing a macaroni necklace. Remember when kids used to make the macaroni necklaces?
Yeah.
I will tell you, if that makes any sense to you, I hope you put it into the Instagram post here, because that's the first time I've seen that. And it
A
could be
macaroni
a
necklace.
you know how they used to put macaroni on it and maybe
Yeah.
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 that's the first time it's been through, so I'm going to leave that with you. It could be that someone really liked macaroni and cheese or made a lot of pasta. Could go there.
But a macaroni necklace is interesting.
Yeah, that's something that to me is. And she was talking about great grandkids. I'm assuming this is a lot to do with the family, bigger family, and she's also telling me someone keeps stubbing their toe, or there's something wrong with their right foot toe, or that. So that's for validation. Does Kimberly have any kind of a question, or is this just about is she there?
She's saying just yes to all of that.
Is she really?
Type in what the
macaroni necklace.
Yeah.
That's a new one for me for sure. I'd love to hear that too.
Let's
And
see what
let
that's
me know
about.
if you've got the big dog, because I want to find out as I'm feeling this dog breathing on me.
Still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone
Well,
here.
it could be your next one on Facebook here, which is Barb. She's been waiting in the wings patiently.
That's
so
Will, right? Her son?
Her son Will, yeah. So I'm going to add her to the stream. And she's got everything nice and stable. She's
Yay.
not moving.
Yay.
So
Did Kimberly put the macaroni necklace?
Not yet, but she said she does have a big dog.
That's passed?
I'm assuming.
Okay.
And you're on, Barb is on with you now.
Okay. Hi, Barb.
Good morning.
Good morning. And sorry about your child. I feel like Will was an adult. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Well, how old was Will?
24.
Okay. Smart dude and an attitude. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And he's also, I don't feel like he's been gone very long. He's given me the number 5, which could be 5 years, 5 months, something, May. Does that make any sense?
He was birthday in May, passed in June.
Okay. So this recently or back?
Yes, 3 weeks ago.
Oh my goodness. Okay. First of all, Barb, I am so sorry for this too. So that very recent, maybe that's what I was getting, very recent. My heart hurts for this. Was this an unexpected death for Will?
Yes.
Okay. And he says you have a lot of questions. Does that make sense?
Yes.
He's telling me that he is 100% okay. He didn't have the German Shepherd, did he, or the larger dog?
No.
Okay. And you didn't either?
No.
Just want to make sure. Okay. He's also telling me he was a hard worker, but I just like there's so much going on for Will. Like I feel like overwhelmed, emotionally overwhelmed, feeling just overwhelmed. Does that resonate too, Barb?
Yes, it does.
Okay. He's also saying to you, first of all, he's apologizing to you. He's also saying he's not the only child you have. And he's also saying, did you get mad at him before? Did he get mad at someone before he died?
Yes, me.
He says, don't hold on to that because it's no one's fault. Was this a suicide, Barb?
No, we don't know.
Okay. If he's taking responsibility, whether it's an accidental death or he put himself in a bad place, he's taking this accountability. But he says, Mom, this was no one's fault. He wants you to know that he doesn't want anyone to feel blame or guilt. And I know that would be the biggest thing. You're not supposed to outlive your children. He is there with an older male. So is your dad passed?
Yes.
Okay. I'm still getting this dog. I got to find the home for the dog. And also your mom?
Yes.
So he's there with them. So just let you know, he's met them. And he's also given me, there's also a female friend with him, or female. Have you lost a female friend? Or
yes,
sister?
My friend Lori.
Okay, so he's there with Lori, letting you know who he's hanging out with. And he also says that there's fingers being pointed. Do you understand?
Not really, but I can think about it. Yeah.
Okay, because I feel like people are like, did this happen? Did this happen? What happened? I keep being like, I'm very confused things with him.
Why? Yeah.
Okay, and he first thing he wants to say is, Mom, I'm okay. Mom, I'm okay. I'm with these other people. I'm okay. Also apologizing. I feel like, was he self-medicating too?
Yes.
Because I feel like he feels like me, like a very much of an empath, very sensitive, a lot of very overwhelmed. And I feel like there was trauma earlier in his life. He's talking about the trauma.
Yes.
And he said that he should have gotten the help. Did you keep telling him he needed to get help?
Yes.
He says, I should have listened, but I feel like he felt ashamed and embarrassed and felt like he could manage it. Like he keeps saying, I thought I could handle this.
Okay.
And he says that he only knows that you loved him and the only thing you cared about was getting him help.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not seeing Dad in the picture, or is Dad not there, or Dad not knowing what to do with this?
Yeah, Dad didn't live in the same state and he didn't have a good relationship with him.
Okay. I just feel, Barb, that he's telling you, you were this great mom. You did what you needed to do. And he says that the conversation had nothing to do with what happened. He doesn't want you to remember that as the last memory, but he's also telling me that you had really good times, but you were always worried about them.
Yeah.
And he said he was one of those kids that marched to his own drum. And he knows that you loved him unconditionally, even though it was a struggle to help him.
Exactly. Thank you.
What do you want to ask him, Barb?
If he can watch down on myself and his brother and sister.
If he can watch out for you and
Yeah, Lizzie and Tommy.
Yeah, let me tell you, they can be there, but they can't intervene. We all have our own guides and loved ones to help us, but he is certainly there and there to see what's happening. And I'm going to recommend a lot of things. One of them is called Helping Parents Heal. Yes. On our website, we have organizations that are free to be able to help out. Just know that you're not alone, Barb, okay?
Is he at peace is my question.
Always.
Okay. Thank you.
Just so you know, I wouldn't do this if they weren't.
You couldn't.
Because I can feel your pain. They cross over and they're not. He will talk about his journey here, but they don't carry that with him on the other side.
Okay. Thank you.
Please get my book, and I'm glad you're here, and I'm so sorry.
Okay. Thank you.
He says, get the tattoo of the tree.
No, he did not.
Yes. What's the tree? What's the tree?
Thank you. I had him cremated by me a tree.
Wow.
So he says, get the tat of the tree, Mom.
Okay.
Aww.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barb. I'm so
Thank
sorry.
you, Barb.
Okay. Bye-bye.
She did really well with that. He's only been gone
3 weeks.
3
yeah.
weeks.
Oh,
Okay.
My heart hurts for her.
Barb,
Poor
if you're
thing.
still watching, I don't know if you have to get off or not, but get onto our website, get my book. There's so many things that in our community that can help support you, including other people as well.
Yeah.
Is this it? Okay. Well, I appreciate everyone showing up here today. Elizabeth and Dana for managing all this. And my heart will always go out for all of you that have, loved ones on the other side. But as I say, when they're on the other side, they're always by your side. So just know that they are next to you and they do see what's going on. Thank you so much. Namaste.